morning, it's good to see you again. It's March 3rd, 2021, and we're going to talk about planning out your trail food today with an eye toward nutrition. What you see up there is a typical food loadout. The person who was making this video was just showing what they were going to take on their initial hike and before their first food supply or resupply box or resupply in a town. I'm not going to call this person out because it's not my intention to criticize him. It's just that I needed a typical shot, and this is a lot of what I see typically. You'll notice in the red brackets there were things very high in salt, very, very high in salt, and in the lavender brackets there are things that are very, very high in sugar, and not too many things there that were complex carbohydrates, except there might have been oatmeal packets down under the instant breakfast. So let's take the instant breakfast as an example.
We've gone to a nutrition calculator. This happens to be Fat Secret, and we're going specifically to instant breakfast. I chose French vanilla. I could have just as easily chosen chocolate. You can see that it has 130 calories, 0 grams of fat, 27 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of protein. But the calorie breakdown is 0 fat, 84% of that is carbs, and 16% of that is protein. And if we go over here to the nutrition breakdown, you have 120 milligrams or 5% of your daily sodium intake, and 18 grams out of those 27 grams of carbohydrates is sugar. That only leaves 9 grams of other types of carbohydrate, and I can just tell you right now, they are not complex carbohydrates.
So why might that be important? Why are complex carbohydrates more important than higher sugar content? And the reason being, we all know this, complex carbohydrates give you a long burn of fuel versus sugar, which is short burst, and then you crash within an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're, not in the pre-diabetic field. The reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because a hiker that I respect a lot and that I've been following now for almost 2 years, a while back was on one of his hikes, and again, I'm not going to call this person out, I'm not dissing this person, but he was out on one of his hikes and he talked about not feeling very well. Started out the day great, was full of energy, let's get it, let's get going, and then a while later he talked about feeling dizzy and lightheaded and just off his game, not performing the way he expected to. And then 1 or 2 shows later, he happened to show what he has when he starts the trail. And this is typical of many, many hikers. He brewed himself up a pot of coffee, however many ounces it is, 16, 20, 24, whatever fit in his canteen, and he dumped in a package of instant breakfast. And sure enough, hour and a half, 2 hours later, he's crashing. And I thought to myself, oh, that's the reason you don't feel well. But I didn't say anything because at the time I wasn't commenting on his videos. It became very clear to me very quickly that I had to solve this nutrition problem right along with the gear weight problem, that the weight of what I was carrying was just as important as the value for the nutrition I received to do this longer type hike. So here's how I solved it. Instead of instant breakfast, I bought Isopure 0 carb protein. It's 100% whey protein. Whey is a byproduct of milk. And also some multi-source collagen. So between the two of these, I I could come up with 31 grams of protein in my morning coffee that had all of the nutrients I needed to start my day and to fuel my muscles and all that other good stuff. Now, I'm not going to pretend to you that I am a nutritionist. I don't play one on YouTube. I don't play one in real life. But there is a member of the backpacking community who has very generously done all the work for us. He's got 5 or 6 videos that go together in a playlist that cover everything from nutrition density to electrolytes and hydration, and I recommend to you his videos. And that's a wrap. That's all I have for you today. I'd like to shout out the Blazin Bakers and AndrewLiveLife for the 2 different perspectives of the Appalachian Trail almost at the same time. The link for the nutritional information will be in the show notes, and I'll see you real soon, like next Thursday. Take care.